Okay, so in this video, we're going to go ahead and create the material to put on here, but I want to do one little adjustment first. The first thing I'm going to do is pick this split and edit the boundary. And I want to make that boundary vertical here, so it goes vertically. And let's do the vertical from here so it splits with the tile. And then I'll come up here and draw it across there. And so I'll just delete these two, delete that and delete that. So the border kind of takes up the slanted areas. Check. Whoops. Need to trim this out and then hit check, right? And so now we have that as our border. Let's go ahead and make the material. So I'm going to go to my Manage tab here and Materials. And actually we don't need to make it, we just need to update it. So the tile border is probably the easiest one to do. So let's update it. I'm going to go to the Appearance and I'm going to go to the Image, and I have some images that I've saved here in a folder. And so I'm just going to use a gray square, right, for this one. And I'm going to click on this guy and make sure that it's set 1 to 1. That's what I want. And then I'll put let's go ahead and leave it there for right now, and I'll click OK. And now if I go to Realistic, you'll see that that square is kind of sitting itself exactly on the inch of that, on the foot. So it's actually aligning itself with that. So I'm going to go back to Hidden Line, and then I'm going to go back to my materials and create the tile. Actually, this is tile vertical. So let's update that. So I'll go to my materials and we'll rename this to tile vertical. I have to remember to do that for the model pattern. And then what I want to do is go to my Appearance and go to my Image, and I'm going to pick the tile pattern vertical. So I have a vertical tile pattern that has 4 tiles going in the 2 directions, so that's 8, and then 3 going in the 1 direction, so it's an 8 by 3 tile. And I'm just going to click Open. Then I'm going to click on this guy and adjust the size of it. So the width is going to be 3 feet, and then I want the height, I'm going to unlock that and make it 8 feet. Okay, click Done, and OK. Now if I go to my Realistic, you'll see that that guy is aligning itself exactly with the pattern that I have. So I have this tile pattern that's running across that. So the next thing I want to do is I want to split right here. I want to split it for the entry door. So maybe this tile is going a different way. This is going to be sort of dining, open dining area. So I'm going to go back to my Hidden Line. It's a little easier to do there. And what I'm going to do is go back to my split face, and I'll split this guy with a line that goes from here to here. And I'll hit check. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that with a horizontal material. So oh, messed up the alignment again, but that's all right. You kind of have to go back and fix this stuff sometimes, but don't worry, the material stays with you. So I'm going to go to my Manage tab again, and let's go to my Materials. And I'm going to go to Graphics, and this is actually Tile Vertical, so I'm just going to change that name, right? So I'm going to edit that, and I'll just name it Tile Vertical. Click OK. Click OK. And then I'm going to create another new material, and this is going to be Tile Horizontal. So let's rename that to Tile Horizontal. and we'll put the foreground pattern in, and I'm just going to use the model again, and I've got the tile vertical, so I'm just going to duplicate that, and I'll name this one tile horizontal 1 by 2. Okay, and then we'll set this guy to 1 foot and this guy to 2 foot. It would help if they had width and height, or X and Y, but so I'll just click OK there, and click OK. And then I'm going to go ahead while I'm here and go to the appearance and go to the image and pick our tile pattern horizontal and set the size of that guy. So this guy wants to be, oops, not in the position, but in the scale. The width wants to be 8 feet. And then the height wants to be 3 feet. And click Done and click OK. And now if I go to paint it, so I'll go ahead and go to my modify and paint, and now I have the border, the vertical and the horizontal. So if I take that and paint it here, you get a horizontal one, and if I go to my realistic, you're starting to get that. So when we come back, we'll make another border right here, a tile border here, and then we will put the wood in.